Hi, this is Allie from Allie Katz Crafts. I'm here to bring you a video on the Paper Pumpkin Special Delivery January 2026. In this kit, you will make 9 cards, 3 of each, and you get 3 envelopes that match it for each one. So you'll get a set of this, 3 sets of this, a set of this, just 3 different sets. You could also purchase these separately, which is good to have. I use the beautiful one of my cards. This is like a postage stamp, and it's a good size. I will show it to you right here. So here it is. I purchased it, and I've been using it. Well, I've used the beautiful so far. Haven't used the rest yet. I will eventually. So I'm going to do 2 cards tonight, and I think you're going to love it. One of the ladies, I did a card a few days ago or something like that, and she says, why don't you emboss it? So I thought, I'll do another one, and I'll emboss it so she could see. So the first thing I need to show you is I made some homemade paper out of the stamps. So I'm going to do a little sample so you can see how I did this. It's very easy once you know what to do. And you have to organize everything too. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Memento ink. And I'm going to stamp the rose just randomly on here. And I usually pick the biggest image I start with. Always to start with the biggest image. Hold it there. And you're going to just go on here and there's no rhyme, no reason. You can do anything you want. That's what's really cool about this. So you want some off the sheet of the paper and some on it. Okay, so then I'm going to put one right here. And it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy this process. So you finish with that. The next thing, you're going to pull out, oops, wrong ink. Where did I put my lid? There it is. It was stuck on my other inks over here. Okay, and I will clean this in just a few minutes, not right this second. The next thing, I'm going to start with the next one, which is the next biggest, which would be this one. A little heart that says love, 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 love all the way around it. So I'm going to use Balmy Blue for that. And I'm going to stamp it all over this paper. Because you're going to cut it up and use it like for designer paper. That's what's really cool about this. You're going to use up the stamps to make paper. Make the paper. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen this before, but usually, well, on every single kit that I do, I always do this process. I always make my own paper so I could do some cards. The next thing I'm going to use, I'm going to bring in the Mossy Meadow. And I'm going to use the love stamp. I'm going to stamp it randomly everywhere. So I'll put one right here, half off. One over here. One fully right there. One right here. And I turn the paper each time. That way you get a different angle from everything. That's what's cool about this. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the bubble bath. And I'm going to bring in the little hearts. So now I'm going to stamp the hearts. So I'll put some right here. Maybe a few right here. Bring some in from the side. Some right there. Some more from the side. So I'm filling in as many spots as I can. So the paper will look like designer paper when it's done. So there we go. So we are finished. The next thing we will do, we'll get our markers out and we will color these roses. The end result is going to look like this. That's what you're going to have in the end. So I'm just going to do a couple here and show you the next process. So I think I'm going to start on this side. I'm only going to do part of it so that we can cut out our little piece that we need. So I'm going to color in with my markers. You don't have to use the blenders. The leaf. I am using Garden Green. And like I said before, get these markers. They're almost gone. They're not going to be making anymore. They're retiring them. And they are wonderful markers. My friend Lori gifted me it. So thank you again, Lori. And they're just, I love them. You can get the Crayola ones and stuff, but they're not as good. But they will work. Don't get me wrong, they will work. These just flow so nice. Just look at how that did. I'm only going to do one flower right now because I want to move on to the next part. I don't want to spend, the last video was a long one, and I'm really sorry. So I want to try and get this done so that we're not sitting here for a long video. Because I know some people don't want to spend the time to watch it that long. But I like to go through the whole process so you could make it if you want to. It's just I love doing alternatives. I really like doing it. Just, I don't know, it's just fun. That's all I got to say. I can't really say any more about it. It's a challenge. I love challenges. I love sharing my challenge with others so that they can learn. My friend Allie from Allie's Creations, she does the same thing. She's one that encouraged me to start my videos, her and my friend Lori. And I've been doing videos for a long time, but I hadn't done them in like a few years. So I started doing them again because I got encouraged. I started watching her and I'm going, well, I could do that. She's so good. So I learned techniques from her. And I watch other YouTubers, so I kind of like figured it out. But okay, so there we go. So I'm going to color that part. So eventually, you're going to do the whole thing, and it'll look like this. See? So the next thing I want to do is I want to show you how I cut this paper so that you will know. So I will get a little triangle that's going to be 2 inches. So I need to go 2 inches over. Ooh. Yeah, I could do 2 inches. So let's go. Wait, it's 2 1/4 inches. Sorry about that. 2 1/4. 2 1/4 right there. I'm going to go a little ways because I don't want to cut the rest. I haven't finished coloring that. And I'm going to go 1 1/2. So I'm going to go 1 1/2. And I can just go right up to that 2 1/4 inch mark. And I have my paper. So that's what it looks like. So let me make sure I did this right. So I want to do 1 1/2 by 2 1/4. Okay. Then, to make this design, and I'll give you a little sneak peek because I got one kind of already done. You're going to make like this design. And that's the square right there. So now you want to take your square and you want to put it corner to corner. So you're going to line it up on the little edge and in the corner and then chop it. So now you have pieces like this. Just like that. Okay? So let's move on to the next part. I just wanted to show you that so you'll know what to do. And it'll take me a good 15 minutes to do this paper. Oh, one more thing about the paper I forgot. I am so sorry. I just realized I did not. I took and I speckled darling duckling on here. And how I did that, I'm going to show you really quick so that you will know. I took my darling duckling and I put it on a block, just like that, okay? I took my water pen, there's water inside of it, and I went like this. Okay, and then, where's that piece of paper that I just cut? I put it over here. I want to include it in this one so you'll know. So, what I did was, and I made spots on it. And I just took and, so you could get a toothbrush, you could do anything. You could get your marker, which I don't like to use because it messes the tip up a lot. So I prefer to do it this way. So you'll see how it's working. And I will show you the paper. So now it has splatters on it. Now, if you have a stamp that does splatters, like this, you could do that. This is an old stamp. I just wanted to do that splattering. I wanted a little bit different. Okay, so I'll set this aside. So that's how you do that. Now, if you want the marker to run clean, you'll take it and just go like this and just pull it out until it goes clear. Well, I can't do it right now because it takes some time. So here's our little pieces. We're not going to use these because I already have everything pre-cut, but I wanted to show you that process. So I want to finish up this card first. So that way you'll know what I'm doing. Oh, I also brought in some stuff. I brought the 3D flower embossing folder. I also brought in Greenery Lane. And this is a very cool thing. My friend Lori gifted it to me. These are the dies, and this is the stamps. It also comes with washi tape. Yes. And what you do is you open it up, take the washi tape, and put it on cardstock. Then you will get your dies out. And I'll bring them out of here really quick. I'll take all this out. So in between here, I have a magnetic sheet. I took and the paper that it came on, and I put tape on there, and I put it on here. So now what you'll do is you're going to take these dies and match them up. So you can put one right there. And each one of these have a die. So you'll match them up. And then you run it through your die cut machine. Okay? So that's how that's done. I'll set this aside. And you'll end up with this. So I'm going to use some of these on my card today. So I've already glued everything down and embossed it. I just wanted to show you. I'll do the embossing on the next one so you'll see. I want to just get this ready, and then we'll just kind of glue it together so you'll know. So you're going to start out with the card base of 5.5 by 8.5, okay? The next size down will be the 5 1/4 by, hold on, got that little crooked there. The next one will be, that's not straight at all. The next layer is, boy, I'm messing this up pretty good here. I didn't do my rule. Okay, there's a rule to getting this just right, and I'm going to show you. I was just trying to put it down, and we need to do this the right way so we can get it right. So you take the paper and you look at it, you go corner to corner, edge to edge, make sure they're all even, and then put it down. See how much better it lined up? So the first layer that you're going to be putting all your stuff on, bring your ruler out. Which is this blue layer right here. Okay? That is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. The pink layer is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay? And this one, you know, the thing is 4.5 by 8.5, scored in half. So then we're going to glue that on top. We're going to go through the whole process for the second card so that you'll know what to do. I just want to do this really quick so you can see the outcome of it. Okay, so there. We'll save the other part for when we finish the other part of the other card. So that's that so far. Okay? So let's go to how to make this one so that you will know. So you're going to grab your blue piece of paper out, and I'll have all the dimensions in the bottom of my description box. Okay? So we're going to grab this one out. Then we're going to start by looking at all of our stuff here. And we're going to start with the green right here. And then we're going to put a, let me see. I mixed them all up. I had it all organized. Oh, can't believe I did that. That one goes right there. Put one, nope. I have to get it going the right way, otherwise it's not going to work. And then that guy goes right there. That one will go right there. And this one will go right here. I'll put that one right there. That one right there. And that one right there. Okay, so now we need to organize these in a manner that they will actually be the right size. So you want to go about 1/8 of an inch away. So I find it's better to start in a corner. I'm going to glue each one down. And it might be perfect, it might not be perfect. I cannot guarantee anything. But I do know it'll look nice when it's done. I know that much. I'll glue this one down. Put it right here. Okay, and then we're going to put this one down. Okay, and then this one goes down next. So we're going to make our way around the circle, around the square. Let's put that one up a little higher. If you want to get a ruler out and do it, by all means, try it. I tried the ruler. It doesn't work for me. I really did try it. I mean, if you took and marked it on it, yeah, you could do it. I just like to eye it. I think it looks really nice. It's fine. It'll be close enough to where it's okay. Especially when you emboss it, it's going to change the texture. And my friend who commented and said to emboss it, you know, I forgot all about doing that. I completely forgot. When she said that, I'm going, oh, I'll do the next card. Well, the next card ended up being the card after that because I already had something planned. So, and I'm sorry. I think it was Phyllis. I'm sorry, Phyllis. I did do it the next card after I finished it, the other one, because I had already started on it. So I feel bad. So I didn't lie. I really didn't try to do it. I had it planned. But I already had one planned before that, which I didn't think about until after I said that. This did not go where I wanted it to go. So let me get my taker pick. We'll work on this for a second. Sometimes it comes up relatively easy, and sometimes it doesn't. I may have to cut another one. Well, you know what? That's okay. I'm going to live with it. It's going to be okay. And then we're going to put this one on the top. It's not exactly where I wanted it, but it'll be fine. It's going to look nice no matter what. Okay, so there, we finished that. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to bring my embossing machine in here. And I don't like to do that very often because it's big and it moves the things around on my desk. So I'm going to put this right up here. The plate you need is number 1, and it's a 3D one, and then number 4. Where's my embossing folder? It's over here somewhere. I know I just had, here it is. 3D flowers is the one we're using. So we're going to put that in the embossing folder, put it on a plate, and then put this right on top, and we will run it through. That moves my camera, and I'm so sorry. It'll only be a second. Okay, let's put this out of the way. Okay, and we'll take it out of the embossing folder. Oh, look, see, you can't even tell I really made a mistake. It looks a little bit wider, but not too bad. See how pretty that looks? I just love this look. I'm so glad that Phyllis pointed that out to me because I had completely forgotten to do that. It makes the card even better. Before, it looks really good, but now it looks good. So I'm going to do the same thing. Look at all the corners because, you know, if you don't, you're going to mess it up. Look at all my corners. There we go. Perfect. And then I'm going to put on the front of my card. That's the inside. Now you could use your dimensionals and pop it up, but I don't want to. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever done quilting. This is a quilted card. And I've done quilting. I like quilting. I got to be honest, I've only finished one project and I've been doing it for a while. Well, 4 years now, really. Technically longer. I have like 5 quilts going. One is actually done. So there we go. So there's the card. So now we're at the point of the other one. I have these 2 flowers that I took and stamped out. And I'm going to color them. So I'm going to bring in the bubble bath. Sorry, I just went blank there for a second. We're going to color the flower, just like we did with that designer paper. Same thing. We're just going to color that flower in. Now the circle, I got it out of my little feeder box. I'll show that. Let me show you the feeder box, since you don't know. Karen Titus does this thing called a feeder box. She pre-cuts a lot of things to go inside the cards. And I actually, look, these are from old paper pumpkin kits. I throw all those in there too, so I have them. Now, this one doesn't have the right language, but you could turn it over and use the other side. And I have things that I've cut, tags, all kinds of stuff. So if I don't see a punch that I really want, I'll go in my feeder box. And it works wonderful. I always find something. And sometimes I'll just sit and just cut out stuff and have it set, put in there. So my box is always full. So I'm going to color the flower in bubble bath. I like to go in the middle a little bit darker to bring out that color because you know the center of the flower is usually darker because it hasn't bloomed out. So now I'm going to go color the other flower. I missed a little spot there. So just go along and color the flower. I'm going to do the leaves in the garden green. This is going to be our decoration in the middle, our embellishment. This is a card that I think I'm going to do with my seniors. I think they'll really like it. They could do the embossing and stuff. There we go, and then color the middle a little bit darker. Now you don't have to color it darker, but it kind of gives it a little depth. I think that's the reason, what I'm trying to look for the word. We'll do our leaf. Like, you notice how I'm not just going straight down, I'm doing it on the side. Very lightly. It flows so easily. You don't have to press. So I don't know if it looks like I'm pressing, but I am not pressing. I'm just barely touching it. You'd hear the scratching noise if I was. There we go. one more leaf on this one. And then we'll do the other one. Very fun, simple process. I need to drink water. Sorry about that. I get a dry throat really easy. There we go. Okay, so the next thing, sorry about that. Next thing you want to do, man, it happened really quick. Put some dimensionals on here. You can put that right there. So it is sleeting at my house right now because of the big storm that came in. And it's crazy because I did not, I expected it, but I didn't expect it that much. I feel like I want to eke around the edges, but I think it's okay. So we're going to put this down like this in the middle. And then I'm going to grab my leaves and I'm going to glue them down around the flower to add a little extra greenery. And like I said, this is from Greenery Lane. If you don't have this, you should get it. Trust me. It's worth it. And my friend Lori gave it to me. Thank you, Lori, again. And this is the kind of thing that I love having greenery. It looks so good with everything. It's a nice extra embellishment. It's just really pretty, I think. And it's easy to work with. And when you do like I do, you take and just do it in advance. You always have it ready. So it's kind of like I got the floral for my friend Lori. And whenever I want to do something and I'm thinking, oh, wait, I have some of that ready. It's already pre-cut and ready. And so there's the card. But we need to take and put a little bow on it. And my twine got untwined here. Here we go. Make a little bow. Okay. My scissors are in here. And we'll do a little bow for this one. I wanted to do a twine bow this time with this one. So it looks like a little quilt, doesn't it? It's pretty cool. Okay. So we'll put some glue right here at the bottom. Right there. Glue our bow down. There we go. Glue this one down. Oops, didn't stay. Have to hold it there for a second. Now I was going to use a glue dot, but it's such a small little area. I thought I'd just use the glue. So I'm going to grab my little embellishments. And we're going to put, I think, one right here. One right there. And then maybe one right here, just for fun. And we'll put one over here, one over here, and one over there. Okay, and then take our pick tool, which is right here. I moved it from a different spot. So yeah, we have about a couple of inches, or at least an inch of slate, and I'm stuck in my craft room. Because if I walk out there, I'm going to slip and fall on my butt. So I'm contemplating what I should do. What do I do? Well, I could go in, but if I slip and fall down, I could hurt myself, which I'm not wanting to do that. So I'm thinking, what do I do? What do I do? Well, just hang out here and make more videos, right? So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to grab this and stamp it in the bottom. And put it right there. Right there. And I'm going to get the happy anniversary. Have to make the happy anniversary card, right? Okay, let me clean off this stamp here real quick. I have a lot of ink open over here. Let's see. I think I want to do it in Mossy Meadow. And let's move that out of the way. We're doing the inside right now. So happy anniversary. I'm making anniversary cards with most of this kit. There we go. We have happy anniversary. Now, let's glue this on the inside. We're getting close to being done, my friends. It's very dry in this right now because I'm in the heated she shed and I have dry mouth from my Sjogren's disease. So I have to drink a lot of water and all of a sudden it just happens. I can't help it. It just all of a sudden happens and I'm like coughing and gotta get a drink of water, and sometimes the first one doesn't work, then there's the second one that doesn't work. So I'm gonna finish this really quick and go drink a gallon of water. Climb my way into the house if I can. Okay, happy anniversary. This turned out really cute. So it's all nicely embossed. And you can't tell at all where it kind of is a little bit further unless you really look at it. And the person who gets it, they're not going to look. They're not going to go, oh my goodness, look what you did to this card. You totally messed it up, blah, 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 blah. They're going to be happy to have a card. So I don't know if I showed you, but look, I also cut out. I've already done this. I don't know if I showed you or not, but look, my feeder box. So whenever I need these, they're ready to go. So this is the card. And I didn't get my envelopes, did I? Let me grab a couple of envelopes. I have to do the envelopes. I didn't get it done in the last video, but they're done. They're ready to go. Just it ran too late on the last one. So we're going to take, and I'm going to get this love again. We're going to put it right here on this flap. And put it right here on this flap. Okay. And then I'm going to put Sending Love. Ooh, almost dipped in that one. Where's my green? There it is. Gotta make sure we get the right color. I do this every once in a while. So Sending Love is going to go on the front. right there. And sending love right there. And then in Bubble Bath, I'm going to do the canceled postage over it, which is kind of cute. Get on the block. I'll wash all these in a little bit. There we go. You know, like the love stamp? That's what I'm thinking. So here we go. Here's our envelopes, front and back. And here's our beautiful cards. And we used the envelope, and made our own paper, and the stamps, of course, out of the kit to make these cards. So thank you for watching. Please like and share. And if you're interested in purchasing anything, look up my name, Allison Clark, Dakota, Texas. I'd appreciate your business. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.